Hello everyone, welcome back to the CodeIsha Training Center. So today topic is Apex programming language. Okay, so let's assume why we use this Apex programming language, right? So already Salesforce will provide the declarative tools, right? So let's see why we use this programming language in Salesforce. Okay, so basically we use this Apex programming language for the building the custom logics. Okay, so means whatever our requirement is not met as a standard logics as a standard requirements, that time we need to choose the custom logics, okay, in our Salesforce platform. So when we need that custom logics for our Salesforce, or that time we need to use the Apex programming language. Okay, so let's see what is the Apex programming language and why we use that, and the syntax, and the how we can write the piece of code. Okay, how we can run and how we can execute or debug everything in this session we will see. Okay, so coming to the today, our agenda is introduction to the Apex programming language and why Apex is needed in Salesforce. Okay, and we are also learn about the Apex syntax and also structures, and coming to the variables and data types. Okay, and control statements and Apex classes and the methods. Okay, and SOQL basics and governor limits. Okay, so and also we will write the piece of code as per simple Apex demo class. Okay, so and finally we'll wrap up with the summary. Okay, so let's see. So coming to the what is Apex. So Apex is strongly typed and object oriented programming language. Okay, and it is developed by Salesforce. Okay, and it executes the business our custom business logics on the platform. Okay, and it is similar like Java and C Sharp syntax. Okay, and it runs the multi-tenant environments. Okay, so not only one person we can use this Apex programming language, so it can run multi-tenant environment. Okay, so why do we use this Apex programming language? So basically we use this implement the our custom business logic purpose. Okay, and it performs the complex validations also. Okay, and it processes the beyond declarative tools. Okay, so like whatever our not satisfied with the automate processes like declarative tools, we can use this Apex programming language. We can do anything whatever our requirements on the automations also. Okay, and we integrate with the external systems also. Okay, and we can handle the bulk data operations with the help of the using the Apex programming language. Okay, so this is a simple thing about the why we use that Apex programming language in Salesforce. So and coming to the way we use this Apex programming language, let's see. So we use this Apex programming language in the triggers. Okay, like event based automations. Okay, and we can use this Apex programming language for the controllers like Visual Force, LWC, and Aura. Okay, and also we can use these Apex programming in the batch Apex for the large data processing. Okay, and we also use for the schedule Apex like time based jobs. Okay, nothing but time based triggers or any other process we need to based on the time triggers, that time we need to use this schedule Apex. Okay, and we also integrate with the like REST and SOAP web services also. Okay, for that we can use this Apex programming language. Okay, so up to everything okay, right? And here the Apex syntax basics. Okay, so Apex programming language is case insensitive language, means we can use like capital or smaller. Okay, and we uses our black codes in the flower brackets. Okay, and every statement end with the semicolons, so whatever our requirement is done, we need to give the end the semicolon. Okay, and it supports the classes, methods, and variables also. Okay, so here the simple Apex syntax about the basics. Okay, so and coming to this, see here the simple examples is there. So first here, so here the integer means data type. Okay, and norm nothing but variable name. Okay, here the variable value. Okay, so here the system dot debug means output. Okay, so printing the values whatever we have the whether it is variables, whether it is classes, whether it is objects, whether it is any list of content, or whether it is arrays. Okay, so for that we need to use the that time, like sorry, so then we have to need any printing the values, that time we need to use the system dot debug. Okay, and we need to give the that whether it is variable name, whether it is list name, whether it is array name. Okay, so whatever we need printing the values, we need to give inside the name. Okay, inside that system dot debug. Okay, so up to here everything okay, right? And coming to the data types in Apex, so here the coming to the we have the three. Okay, so mainly three, that is the primitive data types. Okay, and collections and the S objects is there. Okay, so coming to the primitive data types, like we have the integer and the decimals and the string, and also we have the boolean, right? And we have the date and data time also there. Okay, so these are all under the primitive data types. Okay, and coming to the collections, we have the three collections is there. Okay, so like list and the set and the map is there. Okay, so these are all list collections. Okay, sorry, these are all data type collections. Okay, and coming to the S objects. Okay, so S objects means Salesforce objects. Okay, so whether it is standard objects and whether it is custom objects. Okay, so see here we have the already examples is there, so like account objects, contact objects, and opportunity objects. Okay, and custom underscore underscore c, nothing but custom objects. Okay, like patients custom objects and the students custom objects. Okay, so these are all data types in Apex programming language. Okay, so and coming to the next one, control statements. So control statements, like we have the if and else conditions is there, and else if conditions is there, right? And we have the loops also there, so like for loop and while loop, and also switch statements also there. Okay, so and here the control statements. Okay, and here the simple syntax about that. Okay, so if conditions, when the variable is when the variable num variable value is more than 5, that time we need to print the value greater than 5. Okay, so like sorry, when we need output like that value, for that I use this system dot debug. Okay, so inside that I am giving the what we need to print the values. Okay, so and coming to the Apex classes and the methods. So Apex code is written inside the classes. Okay, so and methods defines the actions and the behavior. Okay, and it supports access modifiers like public and the private, and also we have the global is there. Okay, but I'm not add it. Okay, sorry for that. So here the simple piece of code for that. So here the access specifier, nothing but public. You can give here public or private or global. Okay, whatever you need. Okay, and here the class. So class means it is the class. Okay, Apex class. Okay, and then after that we need to give here class name. Okay, whatever your requirement, based on that you need to give the name class name. Okay, here, so I'm simply I'm given here allow developer. Okay, so inside that class I need to read the I need to write the some methods. Okay, like actions. Okay, so here also same, public means access specifier and static void. Okay, and say hello. Okay, so here the this is a method. Okay, so after that inside method I need to give in the system dot debug. Okay, so when I call this class and the method, I need to show this message. Okay, hello Salesforce developers. Okay, so this is a simple thing, Apex classes and the methods. Okay, and coming to the SOQL in Apex. So we use this SOQL feature inside the Salesforce for the user to retrieve the data from the Salesforce org. Okay, so whether it is custom objects, whether it is standard objects. Okay, and it is similar like the SQL. Okay, like data types, already we know database like SQL, MySQLs are there, right? So in that in that databases we need to write the piece of code when we need the retrieve the data, like fetch the data. So same thing here also, but we have the name here, Salesforce object query language. Okay, nothing but SOQL. Okay, so it works with the S objects already said, right? Like standard and custom objects. Okay, nothing but Salesforce objects. Okay, and here the list means list, and here the object name we need to give, and then here the reference name. Okay, and then after that we need to write the query. Okay, whatever we need. Okay, whether it is fields, how many fields, or any other like specific requirement like way conditions and limit conditions. Okay, okay, we need to add those all things as per our business requirement. Okay, and coming to the governor limits. Okay, so when we use these Apex programming language, must and should we need to follow the governor limits. Okay, so here the governor limits, so enforced by Salesforce to ensure performance. Okay, and it prevents the overuse of the share any resources. Okay, so and here the key limits. Okay, so 100 SQL queries per each transactions. Okay, and it performs the 150 DML operations for each transactions. Okay, and heap size limits, because so why we need to follow these governor limits, because of these Apex programming language or use the multi-tenant, right? So for that we need to follow these governor limits. Okay, and coming to the simple Apex example is there. Okay, so this is the simple DML operations. Okay, so account means object. Okay, and here's the object or reference name, and the new means creating the new record. Okay, and after that we need to give the object name also. Okay, and then with the reference name, and I am to giving the field, I am also calling the field name. Okay, so whether it is name, whether it is industry, whether it is a phone, whether it is a rating, whether it is like fax number. Okay, we need to give the name here. Okay, and then we need to give the value, whatever we need the values. Like here we have the inserting new record, right? So when we giving the new record as per our requirements, we need to give the values. Okay, and after that, once every value is done, okay, every field and every value is done, then we need to give the insert. Okay, after that insert we need to call the reference name. Okay, so that object reference name. Okay, and ACC here, what is the reference name? Object reference name is ACC, right? So for that I am calling here ACC. Okay, and after that I am giving this semicolon. Okay, so once it is done, then we need to click on the execute. It will execute and it will create the new record. Okay, so without going with the manual and admin process, we are created the new record with the help of the developer, right? So without going any manual, right? So this is a simple thing. Okay, so creates new record and it inserts into the Salesforce database. Okay, so this is a simple use cases of the Apex programming language. Okay, and here's the key takeaways. So Apex is Salesforce backend programming language. Okay, and it used for the automations and also custom logics, whatever our business requirements. Okay, and it works with the database using the SOQL also. Okay, and must and should follow the governor limits. Okay, so up to everything okay, right? So thank you everyone for watching this video. So I hope everyone find this sorry, I hope everyone find this helpful, this video. Okay, so if anyone enthusiastic to learn the Salesforce or any other related software technologies, so please contact us. We'll free feel to explain everything whatever your requirements. Okay, so thank you everyone, and don't forget to the subscribe our channel and like and share it with your friends. Okay, so thank you.